Good afternoon, McGregor family. It's Wednesday afternoon, and I have said repeatedly that as often as I have anything meaningful to come back to you and share, I would come back and share it. And there's just a couple of things that are noteworthy, in fact, pretty significant, that I want to share with you this afternoon. First, body of Christ, we have done a marvelous job, both within our church body and working with other outside agencies, gathering resources on our church campus. It has been incredible, and there's still more to come. One of the things I want you to pray with me about, and one of the things that we'll be working on, and one of the things that you may even have the opportunity to become involved in, is now, as we sort of pivot from gathering of resources as an emphasis to distributing resources. We're going to be looking at opportunities. In fact, much developmental thinking and working is underway right now to be the hands and feet of Christ as we now begin to distribute some of the resources that we have gathered. We'll have more to say about that in the days ahead. Just be tuned to opportunities for even you personally to become involved in your community and to your own family if you have need, of course, to those around you for the distribution of goods. Our campus has become a phenomenal clearinghouse, and we are really, really ready to go with that. The second major thing I want to go ahead and begin to let you know about is we are ready, we believe, to have worship service on service on campus this coming Sunday morning. Now, right out of the gate, I want to say this coming Sunday morning will not be a return to business as usual. It will not be normal, not at all, but we are enthusiastic. This morning, Wednesday on campus, I was blessed to be within a gathering of our SFCA students, as dozens of them met on campus this morning to sort of form work crews for work both on campus and out in our community. And it was a beautiful thing to watch as those dozens of students all got together again this side of Hurricane Ian. And I so look forward to that same sort of moment for the body of Christ. So here are some details about our worship service this coming Sunday morning. It'll be a single service in the worship center at 10 a.m. Bring your family. There will not be any childcare. There will not be any life groups. Everyone together in the worship center at 10. If you are able to manage this, I wish you would park further from the building than you usually do so that friends who can't navigate as well can park closer in. Some of our parking lots are taken up with some of the agencies that have come into our community to provide disaster relief efforts. So the parking lots don't entirely look typical. And so if you can park a little further out than you usually do, now, if you're handicapped or if you need help with mobility, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to others who have the opportunity to love you by making certain you have plenty of room. Because we're only doing the one service and we have no way to anticipate what attendance will look like, we are also requesting or asking you to think about the possibility of carpooling. If you live near other McGregor members that you know, and you've got a vehicle that can hold kind of sort of everybody, then if you can reduce the number of vehicles that are coming to the campus, that's better for traffic. As I record this on Wednesday, Colonial is still far from normal. It's getting a little better every day, but considering carpooling just minimizes the exposure and the impact on our parking lots. This Sunday last Sunday actually was going to be our Change the World offering. Well, we're delaying that. We'll have more to say in the days ahead. Keep your green cup handy and keep thinking in terms of change as you have opportunity to, but the Change the World offering in gathering will come at a future time. And in terms of church calendar beyond Sunday, kind of switching on church programs and other things, well, we're not ready to say a whole lot about that yet. Things are still very much under development and under thinking as we get to our announcements about next week. We're not quite ready to make those yet. It's a lot. Before I hand this over to our disaster relief coordinator, Brother Ron Cook, I want to say one final thing just from my heart. I have a unique perspective shared by few others on the broad picture of how this body of Christ operates. And if ever in my life I have wished that I could have all of you seeing and hearing all of what I am seeing and hearing as this body of Christ awakens to fulfill our purpose in the community. You've been doing it since the immediate wake of the storm. The stories I've heard about life group mobilizations and family mobilizations. This body of Christ is serving the Lord and loving one another really, really well. On campus, it is such a wonderful hive of activity as we are serving the community around us in so many different ways. I believe the Lord is pleased. I believe that you'd be proud if you knew about everything that I get to know about. Just wanted to share that with you. Now I do want to hand things over to McGregor's disaster relief leader, Brother Ron Cook. God bless you.
Thanks, Pastor Russell. I'm out here at the home of one of our church families with our disaster relief team today, and we're actually doing what we call a mud out, where we're clearing out all of the flood damage from their home. So we're removing their personal items, and then we are removing the affected drywall and insulation, getting things ready to be sprayed to try to prevent mold from growing. So over the last 7 days, we've done a number of homes for those in our church family. We've also spent a couple of days working on our church campus, preparing it for additional teams to be arriving shortly. Hopefully in the next few days, we'll have additional teams that can meet the demands for all the work orders that are coming in. So we're thankful for the opportunity to serve our church family in this way, and we look forward to continuing that in the days to come.